Climate change is the most serious threat facing humanity. Increased levels of carbon dioxide have caused heat to build up in our atmosphere. Human activities release over 30 billion tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere each year, and we are already feeling its detrimental effects. Climate change is caused by the emission of greenhouse gases, 72% of which is comprised of carbon dioxide. The Earth's average surface temperature is projected to warm 6 degrees by the end of the 21st century. While this may not seem significant, think about what happens to your body when you have 104-degree fever. This temperature change is already having profound impacts on Earth's ecosystems, changing the normal geographic distribution of organisms until they have nowhere left to go. The rate of species extinction is currently 10,000 times the norm. These devastating impacts are already occurring, yet 70% of the public is still not convinced that climate change is even real. The disagreement between the public and scientists has been caused by fake news spread by corporate leaders in the fossil fuel industry who profit from the public not knowing how climate change will harm their future. This handful of people benefit from the use of fossil fuels, while the rest of the world's future is jeopardized. Although impoverished communities are the least responsible for climate change, they are disproportionately more impacted. An example of this is the impending environmental refugee crisis. Picture this. Rising global temperatures increase the frequency and intensity of droughts in some areas and flooding in others, causing people to flee from their homes as environmental refugees. Locally, the Bay Area will be one of the most impacted places due to climate change. This area has already been exposed to extreme drought, flooding, and sea level rise, and is also an industrial center, producing massive amounts of air pollutants and carbon dioxide. The biggest culprits of polluting the Bay Area with carbon dioxide and other toxic gases are 3 refineries: Chevron, Shell, and Phillips 66. They account for 45% of the Bay Area's industrial carbon emissions, which combined produces 86 million tons of greenhouse gases each year. These pollutants cause health effects such as asthma, cardiovascular disease, and premature death, decreasing the available workforce and driving up the cost of health insurance. The decreased workforce due to the impact of climate change is projected to cost the economy $3 billion by the year 2050. The future of our planet may look grim, but it is not too late to change. In your everyday life, your actions can help stop global climate change. Stand up for your community. Go to air quality meetings and speak during public comment. Tell your government that you demand clean air and less carbon. Write a letter to your political representatives asking them to make a commitment to decreasing fossil fuel emissions. Cars are the main contributor to greenhouse gas emissions. Driving less would eliminate your biggest contribution to climate change.